Well, in the streets of Atlanta last night, it was the Midsummer Classic, the 2025 MLB All-Star Game, and a couple of great pitchers to get things going last night, but then he had some great bats.
Always had the home runs, but he's hitting 280 this year, and he's showing off that home run power here. It is gone. Pete Alonso goes the other way. A 3-run shot to break it open.
Oh, break it open indeed. That made it 5-0 for the National League. They would build upon that, have a 6-0 lead until
he transforms. It's been tough to hit. Fastball is hit hard in the air to left center field. Back goes Stowers. It is gone. The American League is on the board on a home run from Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker with the 3-run blast made it 6-3. The American League would eventually come back to tie the game. Now, as we've seen before, the All-Star Game can end in a tie, right? Wrong. Not anymore. They fixed that, and they had a swing-off where they brought out the net. I don't know who was pitching. I don't think it was a pitching coach. Did you see who was on the mound?
Base coach, assistant coach, whatever. They just pull some guy out of the ball, pull some guy out of the dugout. Here, you do it. You know?
Line up 3 guys from each side. They had discussed before the game who would be the 3 batters, almost like you would say to somebody in a hockey game, hey, you're going to be in a shootout tonight if we end up needing
The
you.
best part was, you would hope that Ohtani would do it for the National League and Judge would do it for the American League, but neither guy was there. They had both left before the game was over, so they couldn't participate.
How do you leave before the game is over?
Because they don't give a crap about this game.
Yeah, you want to fly out. You want to fly out.
Get on their private planes and go home.
I would almost think that's not allowed. Look, you're an all-star. You're going to be in the game. Now, you're going to have to stay for the whole game.
I
okay?
know.
Do you remember when Lou Whitaker went to the All-Star Game and it was back when the players wore their own jerseys and Whitaker forgot his jersey, so they had to go into like the fan shop in the whatever stadium was having them and buy one?
No.
Yeah, Lou Whitaker forgot his jersey at an All-Star Game one time. So I liked it when they wore their own jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so superior. It was so wonderful.
Well, everything was better back then.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 players from the American League, 3 players from the National League. Everybody gets 3 pitches.
3 swings.
3 swings.
Yes.
Excuse me.
I don't know if
swings.
it's pitches or swings.
Nah,
I have
3
no
swings.
idea.
But
3
Kyle
swings.
Schwarber made the most of all 3 of his swings.
Aranda slices a fly ball to left center field, headed towards the wall, but short, and the National League wins it in the first swing off.
What happened was Schwarber hit a home run.
Oh, that was...
And then the American League needed a homer to keep the thing going.
Oh,
and Aranda
I see.
flied out,
All
so
right.
that was the end.
All right, I thought that was Schwarber's swing. Anyway, he's what'd you think? What did the fellas think, Kyle, about that whole swing off?
Yeah, it was awesome. The guys were really into it, and they were yelling, screaming, cheering.
The guys
me on
that
every
were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was so into it.
Whoever was left over who had to be there.
Yeah, it was the best party ever. A lot of people stayed for 5 minutes, but the ones that remained, it was insane.
The guys who didn't want to have an early check-in at the airport. Yeah,
it was just the couch at Animal House that they put Flounder on, but that was all that was left. But
it was me and Jug Dish and everyone else who was still sticking around.
yeah, it was the kid from Milwaukee that was the 12th choice and me, and then everyone, he was super into it,
swing, and then when that last one goes over, they were all pumped. It was a lot of fun.
And so the first I heard of it was this morning. I saw, again, it's from Sports Illustrated, who I'm really going to unfollow. It's enough. Because they repurposed tweets that people put out. And it was this series of tweets about how like insanely incredible that was. And they just had the home run derby last night. And this is something that people really want in baseball. They want to remove pitchers from the game when the game's on the line. That would be unprecedented. That there's never been anything in a major sport nearly as against the game as, because at least in a shootout you have a goalie and a player.
Yeah.
So there is the team is
defense.
represented defensively at that point. So now, if you had a pitcher throwing to a batter and they had to hit a home run, I suppose, but that would be kind of like a shootout. But the idea that you're removing pitchers from the game, and this was very exciting to people, and especially like baseball writers, I would think that you just hate baseball because pitchers are, if not more, at least 50% of a team, and if you go by their importance, more. I mean, more than that, really. It's very odd to me that people like wet themselves over it so much. It was batting practice. Great, they did batting practice at the end.
As I said, this game is trending towards the NBA All-Star Game. This is what baseball wants. Baseball wants games to be over as quickly as possible. Ghost runners on second base for the regular season games. And in the All-Star Game, you got guys who don't give a crap and don't want to play, and you have this. And Major League Baseball wants to turn this into a circus. I mean, look, you and I grew up with players that really cared about the game and went, regardless of what their situation was, and wanted to play in it. Now, players don't want to play in it. They want to leave as quickly as possible, and you have home run derbies to decide it. Okay, great. But don't expect baseball to increase in popularity among fans. This is not how it works.
Yeah, and it's not particularly interesting, but I am more shocked by that people are like, this is the greatest, this is what they should do in regular games. And you're a baseball writer.
So
pitching is of no interest to you. So you gut through, I mean, like you gut through having to watch someone pitch, like you wish it was a BP. You wish there was a screen on the field.
No, they just don't like extra innings. That's I think.
And you're a baseball writer, and you don't want extra innings.
I think baseball writers at this point of the season, I can't speak for all of them, but they pray for quick games.
I'm not positive
with games to be over
with the Ghost Runner if this is any faster. I mean, a Ghost Runner, those games, I don't know how many games go past the 10th inning.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say 11
or like 11
most.
innings. I mean, how often is there like a 14-inning game anymore? The Ghost Runner, there's still a pitcher and a batter. You still have to run the bases. I mean, every aspect of the game is gone except for the hitter. There's no defense. There's no base running. Every aspect of the game outside of power, and there's not even hitting for average or trying to put the ball in play. Like all these things people, romanticize and say how the game, the people don't understand the game, like the sacrificing, hitting the other way to move a runner, all these things. They've just completely, they don't care. A great played shortstop, a very fast outfielder. None of these things matter anymore. A guy in right field that can gun a guy at the plate. None of this matters anymore. That's just of no interest to anyone.
No.
And again, you can do whatever you want in the All-Star Game. I'm not going to be up to see it. And once Skeens and Scooble were out, I didn't care anymore. In fact, I couldn't tell you. I know I saw Kershaw pitch to two batters.
That was actually kind of fun. They mic'd him up.
Yeah.
He was talking, I'm going to throw a fastball while he's in mid-wind-up. I mean, that was kind of...
So my thing with that is that, I watched it. So I watched that. But once that was over, the cavalcade of pitchers they put out, to my understanding, were not guys I was overly familiar with. And that makes sense. That tracks, considering everyone turned it down. In fact, the only kid I might have known, really, that pitched after that, and I haven't looked at the box score, was the kid from Milwaukee. Because
Mizorowski, yeah.
Thanks, John. Rosenthal asked him a question about how everyone didn't want him on the team and how his teammates treated him. So I did see that.
And I would say I did like the fact that they were able to put their own uniforms back on. I hadn't realized it was 6 years of trying the All-Star uniforms. But my guess is that the All-Star uniform purchase frenzy did not come to fruition. And Major League Baseball decided
6 years was enough. Hey, we're not making any money.
Yeah, nobody wants these things. They're ugly. No one cares. So just put everybody back in their own uniforms.
But the Mizorowski thing, Fred, the kid, and I read this, I was not up to see it. The kid threw a 98-mile-an-hour slider and a 103-mile-an-hour fastball. It was a video game. Only this kid, who's like really tall and thin, was throwing bullets, and everyone, it gives you the photo op of everyone in the dugout going, wow. He threw a scoreless inning. Good for him. I think it was the 7th or 8th inning he threw.
Yeah.
So, but based on what this game has turned into, great. You have showtime there for an inning. It's an interesting thing for young kids to go, wow, that guy throws really hard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, if a guy throws that hard, but, I'm looking at who pitched. Shane Smith, of course, everyone's favorite.
Yeah, he's good.
Carlos Estevez,
Mm-hmm.
which, of course, is you've paid to see that guy. If you're, I'm
not going out to the ballpark on some random Tuesday night, but if Estevez is in town, yeah, I'm going.
Chris Bubeck.
Yeah.
The Boober?
Yeah. Who else don't I know? And then Joe Ryan, I've never heard of. So those are the pitchers I've never heard of. The rest I have heard of.
Ryan is interesting because his name has come up in trade talks.
That is interesting, John. Thank you. That's fascinating.
With the Red Sox.
Oh.
That's why locally people would care.
Yeah. Well, listen, you've got your finger on the pulse. Jason Adam, I've never heard of. I'm just my own ignorance.
J-Ads.
Yeah, we call him J-Ads. Ooh, who's McGill? Trevor McGill from the Brewers. I've never heard of him. So anyway, that's why I don't watch anymore. I saw, when Kershaw came out, I went and did other things. But then I came down to turn off the TV, and they were talking to the kid from Milwaukee, which John always pops in to say, I know his name.
Mm-hmm.
I know his name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy who knows his name. Mizorowski. That's the kid. That's him. He gave up a hit, though. That son of a bitch.
Terrible.
How dare he?
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Toucher and Hardy here. Point slightly up and to the left. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. Point slightly down and to the left. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.